now. It is Pride Day. Well, that was yesterday, but today is celebrating that, okay? I need a really cute outfit on a budget and also some makeup, so I'm at Target right now to go, you know, hopefully get some stuff. I really want to do like a Zara Larson type of makeup look, so I'm hoping that I can find a palette that will be able to mimic that. Last year for Pride, I wore a really cute like top, skirt, heels. Let's just say my feet were in so much pain in the days after that. You should come with me to do that. When I tell you it is brighter than a mother out here, yeah. I should have brought my sunglasses. Jeez. I honestly don't know what I'm looking for. Colorful maybe just go like black and then just have my makeup be like the vibe, but I don't know. What do you think of this? That's really cute. It's gonna be hot. Okay, well, that could be cute. It's a bit too see-through for me. I could do like a pink vibe. Look at that. Maybe. I don't know. Girl, look at this. This could be a vibe. This could be a vibe. With like some cowgirl boots. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, what about this? Same dress, but, oh my God. Okay, hold on. But like a floral? Maybe. Some of these options aren't really giving like summer, going out for Pride. A lot of these are like giving corporate, but okay. But if I could afford something like this, then that would be a cute vibe. But I'm not paying that amount. No, thank you. No. What do we think of this vibe? Imagine right here curly. It definitely gives an opportunity to show off my bob. Okay, this is a vibe. I love pink. The cute part about it too is that there's shorts built into the skirt. It's very comfortable. I can wear some cute boots with it too. Okay, honestly, I think this might be the winner. What I really need is a really good, forgot the word for it, hairspray. Because I have like a texture spray, but I don't have like a formal hairspray, and I feel like that's really been messing up my curls recently. So I've had this one before, but I'm curious. I think they don't really have any other ones. Fine, I'll just get the extra hold. That should work. Yeah, that works. So far, these are the only like colorful palettes that I'm seeing. But like, I'm hoping I can find like a cheaper version because I don't want to pay that. No, thank you. Guys, I think I found the jackpot. Okay, this is $18. So $4 more than the other palette that I found. This one's only $8. Look, okay, hold on, okay. Oh wait, but there's this one. What? Revlon, Flawless. Which one is Bird Forever? Bird of Paradise? What is this one? Sugar Pie? Oh, that's this one. Period, okay. I have no idea. Because like, what does Zara Larson have? She has like a yellow, a bright pink. She has like a green, maybe a light blue, which I feel like this one definitely has all of those. But what I need like blending colors in between that is the question. But this one doesn't have like the yellow. You know what? I think this is the Maxi. I think I might go with this one. Seems like the biggest deal out of all of it. I do have like lash clusters, like kind of like, oh, I can't take them off, but kind of like these, like the little the individual ones you can add onto your eyelashes, so I don't think I need those. And I have a glue and all that, so I should be okay in that case. I'm trying not to like get everything that I see, because then that's just more money that I'm spending that I don't need to be spending for one night. But it's also like Pride, so like be real, you have to go all out. Realistically, I don't need any of this, but like the girl in me wants all of it. I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it. Walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away. So this is how I know I'm tripping, because I'm in the skincare aisle. I don't need skincare, I just bought skincare. I don't need it. I don't need it. Oh, but they have Tula. I love me some Tula. Look. I don't need it, I don't need it. Just walk away, just walk away. What is going on? What is going on with this girl? Okay, now we're headed home to go get ready.
I'm having wicked dreams of leaving Tennessee in Santa Monica.
There's something I should tell you. I'm Hannah Montana. She's so wild. It is Pride, my queens, and I'm going out, okay? I got my outfit. I'm gonna do my best attempt at a Zara Larsson-esque makeup look, and we're gonna go from there, okay? So let's just, let's do the skincare so that we have a good makeup look. I'm still debating whether or not I'm gonna do foundation, but we'll figure that out as we go, okay? I'm so incredibly excited, because last year was so much fun. It was my first time, you know, celebrating Pride at the clubs. So I'm really excited for this year, especially because last time, girl, I was in pain, okay? Just as I would, you know, I thought to myself that wearing heels to the club was a smart idea. No, I also have flat feet, so that was an extra mistake on my part, okay? The last time I went to Pride is when I was in my bangs era. Such a cute vibe, except I was so hot and my hair got all over me. I just, so I'm looking forward to what the vibe will be like with my short hair, and hopefully I'm not as hot. This year, I decided to wear boots, and not my high heel boots, okay? I did that before and I was still, well, it was easier to wear them. Did I go out in those boots? Have I? No. Yeah, I have. Yes, I did. I was still in pain, but it was easier than wearing just regular heels, but either way. This year it's just regular cowgirl boots. Okay, we're doing that kind of vibe, but add a little sprinkle of sparkle. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna wear foundation. I am not really good at it, but thankfully I have the time to figure it out, and I feel like with a couple TikTok videos, I should be okay. Let me just do a little. Okay. I don't know about you, but I love the smell of sunscreen. Oh, it smells good. What I do need to make sure I do is hydrate before. Otherwise, that is a formula of disaster that I'd rather not experience this year. let's see. Thankfully, I do have plenty of time to do my makeup because we're meeting at 6. It's about 2 o'clock right now. So I'm giving myself a lot of time, okay? I'm super excited about this. This was on the cheaper side, but I'm grateful because the ColourPop eyeshadow palettes were the only ones I was able to locate that were at least giving the colors that I wanted to find. And those were like double the price for less colors. So what is that? So yeah, I'm excited to dive into this. I used to have like a bunch of other palettes, but I got rid of them a long time ago because I never really used them. So I wasn't really in the mood to buy something super expensive. This will do for what it is. But thankfully, it does have some pinks in it, and I might end up using them. But I also have these pinks from this Morphe palette. So, and these ones have glitter, so yeah, you can't go wrong without glitter. I shall use some primer, but I'm curious to use this e.l.f. primer that's also SPF. I don't know, because I also have this other e.l.f. one that's like the powder grip. I'll use this one. I guess I'll just, no, I'm overthinking it. Okay, let's just, okay, first of all, do I want to do foundation? Do I?
Better?
You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. I don't know why I'm using my phone as a mirror. I think my favorite part about going out is, one, of course, you get to go hang out with your friends and, you know, dance around, just have fun. But I think it's also like getting ready. That's like the best part about it all. I love you. I love you. All right, I'm gonna go in with this Rare Beauty matte foundation. I've only ever used it once. That was for this look. And let's just say that was my first time using it, and my first time using foundation since like high school. Okay, sorry, I had a call. Yeah, it was my first time using foundation since high school, and my first time using this particular one. And girl, I was in a rush. I had to get ready and get going. But that particular night, I actually ended up being really late. Which I'm not usually late to things, so it is what it is. Now, I've seen girls do like blush first, bronzer, and then they put on foundation. And I don't even, like, is there a good order? Should I just do this one first and then? Maybe I should. Maybe. We'll do it. Might as well. I'm pretty sure that should be enough. I guess I'll just do this motion, right? Get it on the brush and then hope for the best. Okay. I don't know. Oh, good. Oh, she's full coverage. In high school, this is like my sophomore year, is when I really got into, I wouldn't say no, did I get into, yeah, I did. It was a time, okay. I really got into makeup because that was like the height of, at least for me, of like all the makeup gurus on YouTube and all of the people, you know, starting to, you know, give tutorials and stuff. And I really, really loved, you know, I really loved the YouTubers who, especially like, were really good at teaching you how to do makeup as opposed to just like showing you the makeup look that they're doing. You know, not that that was bad at all either. I still loved those and I watch them to this day. But at the time, I really, really wanted to like actually learn. And I didn't know if like there was a specific way that you had to do makeup. And so I was really big into like wanting to get all the products that I could and do all that, but like I was in high school. My parents didn't allow me to wear that much makeup, and so I was very limited in that regard, but I did what I could, you know? Okay, that's looking good. That's looking good. Ay, my hair. But yeah, so in my sophomore year of high school, I would sit in the parking lot in my car and just do my makeup very quickly. And it was very much like I used Fit Me foundation and, you know, setting powder. I didn't use primer. I didn't really know like the purpose, but also like I didn't realize like how much that could help your makeup. And it's really funny because when I would do my makeup back then, like you could definitely smell the foundation, you know? And I remember there's this kid in my class, there was this kid in my class who made a comment about the fact that he could smell my makeup. And I remember being so embarrassed because like I could smell it too, but there's nothing I can do about it. And then there was this guy in high school that I had a crush on, and I had known him since like elementary school. And so I had a really big crush on him, and, you know, not that I was trying to impress him, but like, I remember one day, you know, we sat in the bus together every day, but one day out of the blue, right, we're sitting in the bus ready to go home. And then I don't know what we were talking about, but this homie starts talking about how like, yeah, I like when girls do their makeup, but like only when they do it right. First of all, who are you talking to? Second of all, like, and he wasn't, I don't know if he was saying it directly to me, but it definitely like felt backhanded. I remember telling him, yeah, I could see that, but you know, there is a period of time whenever people have to learn and they have to, you know, discover that on their own. And, you know, you can't hate on somebody for, you know, their makeup looking odd to you, but you try wearing makeup. After that, I slowly stopped wearing foundation because it kind of discouraged me a little bit. And I think honestly, like, honestly, a part of me got a bit like tired of how long it took me to get ready in the morning because of my makeup, you know? And I was only doing foundation, concealer, my brows, eyelashes. Like I didn't do anything else, you know? I was scared of blush, mind you. Also, I feel like this is making me look really yellow. So from that point on, I would only ever wear concealer under my eyes, and then I would pair it with like bronzer, some blush, but like barely enough that you couldn't even see it. So it was kind of like I wasn't wearing blush. Yeah, that was really all I did, and that's what I was comfortable with. You know, I found ways to like, you know, really amplify the makeup look here and there. You know, I really got into, unfortunately, James Charles. I had his palette, which I immediately got rid of. If you know, you know. I had a lot of the Jeffree Star palettes. Those were pretty penny, and I definitely saved up for those. But then at some point in college, I got tired of having like such a large stack, at least it was large for me, of like just a bunch of eyeshadow palettes that I really wasn't using. You know, I would do like really, really cute looks with them, and if I can find them, I'll pop them up right here. I did really, really cute looks with them, but they were only looks that I ever just did in my room, you know, and that was enough for me. I think there was only like maybe 1 or 2 times that I did a makeup look and I went to school like that, and I felt really embarrassed after, you know, because unfortunately I went to Texas A&M and it's kind of conservative over there, so I did not feel comfortable in such like a bright look, you know. But you know, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Okay, I guess I'll do that, right? I don't know, I'm learning. And if you see this look and you think, oh, there is definitely something different she could do, like something better, let me know, because I probably do need help. Okay. And what's interesting is like, you know, like I grew up in the era of just like, you know, the 2016 makeup looks. If you know, you know, like, and there were so many girls in my high school that, girl, they could do a beat, okay? Like, and they had no shame about it. I remember there was one girl in one of my classes who, if she didn't have the time, I guess, in her day to like do her eyebrows specifically, because like eyebrows were like, you had to have your eyebrows, okay? She would do it in class. And I remember I was like trying my best to like not stare at her doing it, but I was. And at some point she's like, girl, her eyebrows looked so good. And so then I looked over to my friend and I was telling her, I was like, her eyebrows look so good, but it looked as if, I guess, I don't know how it looked, but the girl thought that I was talking mess. So she was like, what? And I was like, oh, sorry, like I was just telling her like how good your eyebrows look. And she was like, okay, thanks. Clocked me. I'll tell you that. I mean, I understand, like it definitely looked bad, but I swear I was just admiring you, okay? Okay. But yeah, you know, I compared myself a lot to just like, I still do, to like, you know, women around me, and I have done a lot of soul searching and to try and reduce that, you know? But I'm proud of where I am now, and I'm glad that like I can finally start like exploring, you know, makeup again, you know? Because I think especially when you're in college and like you're in organizations, you're studying, like it's hard to find the time to do that. At least it was for me, you know, and it's hard to feel comfortable in exploring that, you know? So I just kind of stuck to the basics, and I didn't really explore out of that. But then also like at some point in college, I definitely started to get depressed, and I just had no desire to start to like do my makeup. Like I just, at least like in the form of like eyeshadow, foundation, all that, like I just didn't. And also like it was super expensive, so like I was like, I'm okay. What am I missing out on? Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty bronzer in, is it called Good Energy, I guess? Unless there's not colors, it's whatever this color is. Funny enough, it wasn't until I started dating Jonathan that I feel like the feminine energy really started to blossom, which I think was kind of suppressed a little bit prior to that. You know, I really enjoyed being at peace, you know, so I started to explore my girldom, you know, just started exploring makeup again. And, you know, now that I'm in a position where I can slowly start to afford items here and there, let's not get crazy, you know, I am excited. Moral of the story is, even though I don't even know if there's a coherent story in this, you know, if you want to explore makeup, explore makeup. Don't worry about what other people are saying about it. You know, if there are days, which if you're a beginner, you know, there will be days where sometimes it might look off. That is okay. You know, we have all gone through it. And eventually you will find the version of makeup that makes you feel the most pretty, you know, and that's what's important at the end of the day, you know. So I have nothing else to say at the moment. I'm gonna do a speed through of my makeup, or maybe I'll just see you again whenever it's done. But yeah. I wanted originally to include like blues, greens, the rainbow, you know, but then based on the photo I used, I didn't know how I was gonna incorporate that, and I don't think I'm like too experienced to be able to like add in the rest of it. And I was kind of like freaking out because I'm like, that's kind of looking a bit much, you know, but how did I do? Wow. Okay, I'm so excited. Okay, I don't have too many options as far as like, are these kind of gaudy? What if I do like a butterfly? Finished look. What do we think? It's been about like, I would say an hour or two. The makeup's kind of settled a bit. I really wanted to add in like more color. This is the photo that I was kind of thinking of, you know, for inspiration. But I didn't know how to incorporate like greens and blues and the rest of it. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stick to it. You know, I did end up going in and adding in some like eyeliner, like stars and stuff, but I'm so excited.